We now return to Let's Play Cities Skylines. This is going to be the last episode in this city. I've decided to try a different map and a different city layout and see if I can't make it work a little bit better. I have turned on the built-in mod for unlimited money because I want to try a few things before I leave here. So let's go ahead and make a few purchases so I can try out the hydroelectric dam. So I guess this is based on, well, here we go. It's an infinite source of kinetic power, find a strong current, build a dam. Okay. So I was looking through other maps, just in anticipation of where I would like to move, and there was really only one map that I saw that actually has like a waterfall. It's got some elevation. There still seems to be some pretty strong flow, like right here. I don't understand. This is not really that high of elevation. It doesn't look like, and that lake has some flow. Anyway, I'm gonna try and build one in here and see if it generates anything. I'm not even sure how it functions. 100,000. Okay, that would explain why I couldn't even use it. There are some mods that are more realistic, I guess, as far as usage of various resources. I might decide to use that. Does this require like a road or anything to get to, or is it just kind of on its own? It says it's not operating, but let's try now. Is there something I'm not doing? It's not even turned on as far as I can see. I was warned about this, but I just wanted to see it with my own eyes, because this game has its own share of shenanigans that I am rather... There we go. It's only outputting... Okay, what are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? I can't even see what the actual fucking problem is. It's telling me there's a problem, but I mean, is it just lack of... I mean, I'm seeing houses. Houses underwater. What does that mean? It's flooded? It's too... I mean, it is coming over the top. That is very true. So, that happens. Being a dam, it does dam up the river. Causes flooding. We're flooding the bridge a little bit. Can I increase the flow of this? Because I would think that that would be a thing. I mean, I'm from a town that has a dam, and that's what they do. They regulate the flow based on the level of the river. Okay. That is creating quite a mess. Interesting that the dam would complain about flooding. In fact, it's flooding so much it actually... That's kind of interesting that it has terrain physics where it will erode the land around it. Maybe that's just my misinterpretation of what happened. Okay, so I think now it looks like it might... Nope, that looks like a big wave coming in. Let's set this up. Maybe not. Maybe now it's regulated. Okay. So, putting that down had problems, obviously, because we suddenly backed up the river, but now the flow seems to be still rather precarious. It's getting quite high to that bridge. But now it seems to have leveled itself out. Although, yes, these guys got pretty nervous, I'm sure. So now it looks like it's fine. What has that done to the flow? How can I see that again? Maybe I'll just have to put down another one. Okay, there we go. So now we can see kind of what it's done to the flow. It's completely borked the center there. That looks really bad. That looks really bad. But, nonetheless, it is actually producing. It's not producing nearly enough, and that, I guess, the maximum output is completely based on flow, and what is going on here concerns me. it keeps turning off and turning on. Why? Hmm. Well, anyway, I don't think I have to worry too much about that, mostly because the map that I am looking at does not have... Well, no, that's not true. It does have a river, but we will not be using it. So, to fix the garbage problem, I guess, I need another damn incinerator. But look at that. I mean, 2 incinerators for a city of less than 15,000. I think I saw a mod somewhere that can regulate, because what I was looking for really was how to regulate output of like the power stations and output of things like garbage and all that. And there is a mod that will kind of make things more realistic. I think it mostly has to do with housing. So like one of these houses that has 5 households in it, and 13 people living in it, would it probably be broken down to like maybe 2. Whereas the high rises, which have 16 households, would probably be bumped up to like 25 or something. It would fit a lot more people, actually based on the level of the building within it. So that regulates the output of garbage, for example, but it also would have some effect on... See, the fact that I need 3 incinerators now? This is beyond ridiculous. What was I saying? Oh, right. It also has some regulation towards tax income, because it would actually impact how much you're getting back out of this. Also, as far as land value goes, I mean, the one I just clicked on there was working towards 6. But from what I have read online in the wiki, we basically are going to be forced to provide services, public transportation being the one service that no one really has good access to. And this coloration here actually does have impact, because they do, in fact, need that access for their land value to go up. The fact that we do not have them covered regularly and their efficiency is so low really does actually impact, even though technically they have fire coverage, and if a fire does go over there, they will, what is going on here? People are sick. They will eventually get over there. Ultimately, it will not help land value in that area. Is garbage going down at all? Mostly because people are shutting down, I guess. They just can't move for the garbage. These are emptying out. Maybe once these have emptied out, then this will regulate itself. Maybe there won't be so much, because that's probably what's happening, is these guys are collecting regularly, but they're also being inundated with emptying landfills. I don't know how long we've got to wait for that to happen. I mean, I've got negative income, but I've also got infinite money now, so I'm not totally concerned about that. Yeah, so this fixed the flooding as soon as it got its shit together. I've noticed that we are now filling up the bay. That's not so good. Glowing goo in my backyard. Who should I call? Ghostbusters. So yeah, this is just insanity. I don't know that there's a mod specifically towards fixing garbages. I can get like recycling centers, I guess. I'm not sure which one I want though, because there are several. So I'm gonna have to look at that a little bit more as well. But I mean, I am just floored with how poorly things are balanced in here. Because, I mean, this is just insanity. You should not need that many landfills for the size of the city. You should not need so much electricity, so much water. That's what I was looking for when I was trying to find that mod. And maybe the population adjuster mod will help. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I think early on, for an early town, it will, because it will mean that, a bunch of little residential houses will not be producing a landfill's worth of garbage, especially with recycling on. But I don't know. I guess we will have to find out. So what I'm going to do, I guess, is see these aren't emptying fast enough. Oh, fine. You know what? Let's just put all these down. I'm going to put a ton of incinerators down so we can clear out that garbage. And I'm going to pare this down, and then I'm going to see. I'm going to start eliminating a lot of these things, and I'm going to come back and see how many incinerators a city of this size actually takes. And we are losing everybody, but that's okay. So I guess I'm going to pause. Are we really suffering from noise pollution? I mean, here, yes, but... Okay, well, maybe I should actually deal with this, because now the city seems to be just completely collapsing. But yeah, so I'm going to pause the recording. I'll come back when some of these landfills are gone, and then we'll take a look at the leftovers. Alright, we're finally empty. So I'm going to turn that off, and actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that one, just in case. So yeah, what was basically going on was that the landfill was incompatible with the incinerator because it had so much garbage. It kept filling my incinerators. But look at this. Look how many freaking incinerators I've got that are at half full. They were all full while I was emptying these 3. Now I'm going to let it run for a little bit and see how long it takes for them to dip down to normal levels. It's raining, and that is apparently not having any impact on the river, which is good, I guess. I haven't really done anything else. I threw down a hospital and a couple clinics because there was a big health issue. A ton of people died, and some of me wants to think that that was because they were just all living in filth, but I think, looking through a lot of these buildings, a lot of seniors died too. How can I see that? Right. So the senior population was rather considerable, especially out here, and I noticed that a few videos ago. So there was a big senior die-off. We still have a large number of deaths. A disconcerting number, actually. Yeah, we filled up the cemetery by quite a bit. And the hearses are around the clock in use. Welcome to Gaz Francisco. So, I guess, just for kicks, I can go ahead and put down some more of the residential that seems to be in so much demand. That's gonna bump up and maybe... Oh man, where is the freaking road? I know, I'm working on that right now, in fact. Okay. And then... Where does this go? Over to here? We'll just have it come in here. And then we'll build as normal. Is that normal? I think I've been building these ones funny. That's okay. We'll go ahead and put in, like, dense... I don't know what's going on there. Probably the hill is breaking it up. I imagine I will need... Nope, water is already there. Cool. Let's go ahead and do more. Couple more big residentials. This is not, obviously, what I really wanted this area to develop like. We're going to develop it that way anyhow, just to see if I can't maybe bring us back into the positive. So, yeah, I think it's pretty crazy that this extreme solution to the garbage problem had to be implemented. I suppose if I had just started emptying the landfill to begin with, as soon as I had incinerators unlocked, it might have started. Why? I mean, why is it even processing lower than it used to be? That doesn't make any damn sense. You've got plenty in reserve still. You should be going full tilt. I mean, I've got you funded all the way still. I wonder if this is something to do with the rush hour mod, since it does change behavior of pretty much everything at night. Maybe at night they go to half capacity or something. I don't know. Now, since they are full of garbage, I can't delete them, can I? I totally can. Really? So even though they've got garbage, I can get rid of them. So that's a way around the landfill nonsense? Or is that actually filling it in there? I don't know. Now let's run it full tilt and see if we fill this up again. See, garbage trucks still remain very, very low. So let's see how that's going to impact. It's probably going to take a while. It took, I mean, I went almost a full day-night cycle waiting for those damn things to empty. Got a few garbage problems out here. And, I mean, at this point, okay, so here we see that garbage is becoming an issue again. So is electricity. Electricity, well, I guess I did just knock out a bunch of my power, didn't I? But even this is just not, I mean, it kicks on, it kicks off, it's unreliable. A hydro plant should not be unreliable energy. I'm just saying. I mean, this is pretty constant here. I mean, if anything should be unreliable, it's this. I added a few more down here. It's the wind turbines. Or the solar plant that I do not have yet. Wow, this is the red light district, isn't it? It's just these things. These things are putting off. I don't know if I like these. These are... I guess I can turn those down in the settings, the graphics settings, but the lighting in this game at full is excessive and just way too bright. And I mean, what are these? All these clown heads everywhere. I know there's decoration. I saw that in like the first episode, but I mean, what are they? Do they just pop up? I mean, are they indicative of anything? Does it mean something? There is a mod that gets rid of those. I don't understand. There are many things about the game I do not understand and probably never will fully comprehend. Let's check out the traffic there. Well, we did just have a huge... Well, actually, no. We're now up in population. So if you combine the 200 some... So you'd be pretty close to capacity now. So it looks like one incinerator can handle... Excuse me, 15,000 people. Only when it doesn't have a backlog of garbage sitting in the frickin' landfill. That's the only time it's... Yeah, I know. I know it doesn't match the city's needs. That's another really big issue that I have with this game. I mean, I did just go from, what, 120. I was producing more than enough when I had all those there. Put that back down. But still, I mean, for something that claims, I mean, to be fair, it does say 0 to 1600. So maybe if I got in here and actually played around with the landscaping tools, I did check this out on another map. Whoa, see now, yeah, this was the problem. It goes crazy. I mean, damn. I can turn down the strength, yes, but good grief. So let's fill that back in. Actually, we're gonna need the leveler. Nope, I am not touching the right thing when I level. Am I not? Oh, whatever. That's probably borked the whole water situation now. Why is it so extreme? I don't. I, why would anyone want this? And then leveling just does not level. I mean, it just does not level. It was leveling when I tried it before, but now it's going crazy. What is it? What is it doing? What is it taking the level from? It should go from where you start to where you end, but instead it's just doing nonsense. I'm sure there's a mod that fixes this. That's the problem, though. That's the real problem. The fact that there's a mod for that does not excuse the fact that the base game doesn't have it. You should not have to rely on the... Wow, that's not going to do anything good for us. You should not have to rely on the modding community to fix your game. Minecraft. I mean... Oh, now we caused flooding. Is flooding going to increase power, though? That's all I'm absolutely concerned with. No. Oh, yeah, for temporarily. It went to 96 temporarily. No, it seems when it's gone crazy, it just kicks out the power all the time. Whatever. We are totally done with this city. Yeah. I guess there are lessons that I've kind of learned. This is not a big enough roundabout, for one. Do not rely on roundabouts. Do not rely on big intersections like this. Spaced out way too far apart. Electricity is a bitch. So is garbage. Really, though, I mean, 2 incinerators. How much does it cost to do that, though? That's 60 grand just to take care of your city's garbage problem at 15,000 people. And now they're almost full. 2 of them are almost full. Oh. There's got to be a solution to this, and I don't know what it is. If I knew how to find it in the code, because apparently the mods use XML sheets, so you can just go in and edit those. If I knew where the stuff was for calculating garbage and usage of utilities, I mean, what I would do is, to balance it, I think you need half utility usage, half the garbage usage, and then put out like twice the electricity, twice the garbage processing. Because it's just, I mean, if you were building in 1 square, then it would make sense, because that's the size of your city. But, well, okay, the original city was like this big. We were pushing those boundaries. But the fact that I can make a big city, and I would need like a dozen incinerators, and I mean, it's just, it doesn't, to me, does not feel right. But whatever. So I'll end this one here. Next time, we'll start again.